You're listening to Nick DiPaolo on the Riotcast Network, riotcast.com.
You know what that music means? Is either Joe List or Joe Matarese or Joe Pantaleone. But he ain't made it up here yet, motherfuckers. Joe Matarese in the house.
I was trying to think of another Joe.
Me too.
Joe Namath. Joe
Namath, Joanne Worley. That's somebody from the 70s, folks.
Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz.
Joey Rogan. Oh, come on.
Who do we got?
Talking real
Actor-wise, who's some huge Joes?
Joseph Stalin will be on the show tonight. Joey Stalin.
Football players. Joe
Montana is upstairs in my kitchen.
Yeah, Joe Montana's coming down.
Yeah. I caught the motherfucker messing around. So, Joe, let's promote the thing real quick before we get into fucking nonsense.
Okay. You want to promote my gig? You already know what I'm promoting?
That's why you're here.
Yeah. I'm glad you remember.
Something at the Ritz Theater in fucking Plattsburgh. No, where is it?
It's in South Jersey, Haddon Township, New Jersey, February 13th. Day before Valentine's Day.
It's just a gig, but it's in a theater.
It's like...
It's not you're not shooting it. You just shot something.
No.
Right.
But it's really the first time that I've tried to do a show like 5 minutes from where I grew up in a theater. It's the first time I've ever tried to do this.
Well, that's good.
And it's not huge. It's only 350 seats.
Yeah. But that's a perfect... As long as it's not a comedy club, it makes it nice.
It's nice. And we're having literally, because it's Valentine's Day, we're making like an after party afterwards. They're going to literally pull fucking theater chairs out, have music and food and booze. It's going to be like a party
what the fuck?
afterwards.
What are you, the Ryan Seacrest of New Rochelle? What?
Well, it's not New Rochelle. It's in South Jersey where I really grew up down
but
there.
You live in New Rochelle.
Yeah.
See, Joe, that's why I said that.
I don't know. I got a lot of friends down there, and I got a lot
of friends down
there. And my wife's got a lot of college friends from the Philly area that are coming, and fuck it, we'll hang out.
So there's going to be like a dance after.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a dance. We might have a band play. I got special guests.
Your wife's going to be there?
Yeah.
Special guests?
Yeah.
What, Artie?
No, I don't have any.
What do you mean special guests? Oh, doing comedy?
Yeah. Well, and maybe playing some music.
He's a fag.
Oh.
I can't say because it's
like... Oh, you got Bon Jovi's going to do it.
Yeah, fucking Springsteen. Springsteen's actually in Philly the night before.
Is he really? Maybe he could jump on an Amtrak.
I'm trying to get... he's in Philly. He's in Philly the night before. I'm trying to get tickets because I figured, that'd be cool. I'll go down
I'm saying
there.
The night before. He's going to come up to your gig the next night on Amtrak.
Yeah.
Do a little Rosalita. Fucking, you give him 11.5. You're down 4 in the hole. This sounds interesting. So you're going to do the gig. Now, here's what would be great if you weren't fucking married. You do the gig, then you're having like a freshman mixer after.
You get laid. It would be automatic.
All kinds of fucking snazzola.
Oh, my God.
I was in Chicago last week. Sold out 4 or 5 shows, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And what the fuck? I could have got fucking laid many times.
Do you ever get the hit on even though you're a married guy? Those are hilarious. Do you ever get those?
That's what I'm talking about.
I had one at an Artie show once. I'll never forget it. I'm married. I had at least one kid, and it was in Florida.
A kid was hitting on you? Oh,
I had a kid.
I thought you meant like a boy was hitting on you.
I was married with one. I probably didn't have my daughter yet. We're down in like Clearwater, Florida, and some hot stripper-looking girl comes up to me after the show. Once in a while, when you'd work with Artie, he'd bring you back out at the end.
Ooh,
right,
nice.
And you just wave, right? And this girl calls me to the front of the stage when I came out at the end, and she just says to me, "So where are we going after this?" She just opens with that.
Wow, like her snatch isn't filled with the fucking bugs.
Oh, she was smoking though. I couldn't.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
and she liked cock, and she was very forward.
This is you're gonna laugh at what I actually did. I just turned around and walked through the curtain and went back to the green room. I was like, I got to get out of here. Like, I didn't even enjoy...
No. You didn't.
I swear.
No, you didn't.
I didn't even enjoy the flirtation.
No fucking way.
I must have been in a good mindset in my marriage right then.
I guess.
Not like today where I'm fucking yelling at my wife all day. Then I would have taken an hour of fucking compliments from a hot girl.
I would have done more than that. I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm just saying. What the fuck? Come on. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've been with my wife 20 years. My old man walks by in a pair of fucking a wet bathing suit. I get harder at this point.
She had bugs in her.
She had bugs.
I've never heard that one. She had bugs in her snatch.
I just made that up.
That's a good one.
Well, we used to call a snatch a bug in college. I
did?
picked it up at University of Maine. They used to go, "How's your bug?" to a girl that we,
How's your bug?
How's your bug? That's what we call the vagina, bug.
How is it? Before I go down there, how's the bug?
How's your onion? Big enough to make your eyes water, bitch. That's what I used to say. So, what's the date again? It's the day before.
Day before Valentine. I picked that. I figured that was a good day to do a show local, like where I grew up, like the day before Valentine's. Valentine's has always been a good night for me.
Well, you're like a couple's. You do material, a lot of relationship stuff, man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this could be your hook.
Well,
Seriously,
I'm trying.
I like this idea. I wish I was around, like, to after the show to go dance with some strange pussy.
You'd enjoy this. I actually posted on social media, my Facebook and Twitter today. I don't have an opener.
I read. Go ahead. Tell me what you're
Did
going to
you
say.
do this too?
No, you're going to laugh at what I almost did to you.
Oh, well,
Go ahead.
I put it out there. I think
Yeah.
I put you on. I put your name
put
on
me
it.
on there?
I put your name on the tweet.
Right.
Your Twitter handle.
Yes.
Saying I need an opener. If some of you guys want to submit me a video to my email.
Well, now, why'd you put my name on there? People
Well-
think that now people are going to think you wanted me to open for you.
No. I put on there, I said, tweet me some videos. I said, you need to have 15 minutes. I said, I don't want you to be fucking filthy, racial, or...
Well, this is what it said. This is what the tweet said that I read, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah, reread it.
It said, I don't have it right in front of me, but you said that. You go, I don't want to follow... You said, I'm going to do a Nick DiPaolo's podcast... And then you said, I don't want to follow racial or cunt jokes. I thought you were talking about my show.
Oh, no.
I jump on my fucking text. Joe, I swear to God, I had it half typed out. I go, hey, why don't you stay the fuck home?
Holy shit.
I thought you were saying that's all I do on my podcast.
No.
And I go to Andy, my wife. I go, I read the tweet to her. I go, please tell me I'm reading this. She goes, of course you're reading it wrong. She's talking about, he's trying to get a guy. I just, when I read tweets, I'm so on the defensive.
I love it.
I started to text you saying, don't come over here.
Stay home.
I was actually mad at you for 1/100th of a second until my wife talked some fucking.
What did your wife say?
She went, no. I go. He must be talking about. I go, oh, I get it. He needs somebody to open for him. He doesn't want to follow filth. But the way your tweet read, you said, I'm on Nick's podcast, and then it said, I don't want to follow. You just, it was,
It was
kind
two
of.
separate tweets, though, wasn't it?
No, it was all at once.
At first, I tweeted something about needing an opener, and then I tweeted again saying what I would like in the opener, and then I said, "Send me your video." I go, maybe I'll play. Maybe I'll
But then
play
there
some of it on Nick or Artie or my podcast.
But one of your tweets said, you said, send them quick, blah, 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 because I'm doing Nick DiPaolo today, and I don't
Yeah.
want to follow racial blah. So it sounded like you were talking about me.
We got to read them.
How funny is that?
I swear it was in separate tweets.
No.
But let's make sure. You want to read it?
Yeah.
All right, because
Yeah, this will be exciting.
because it's
Unless you can find it in under 30 seconds.
It is funny when you're driving or not driving. I think I was on the train, but you're still like half paying attention, and you could
No, I was
accidentally.
sitting at the
write-
table, focused.
You
I
could
was totally focused
no,
on the tweet.
I mean me. I could accidentally write it where you would interpret, or someone could interpret
You
it
come
wrong.
in a little hot on the
Am
mic. Yeah. Maybe.
A little hot.
You come in a little hot. Anyways,
All right, let's see. Fans. Okay, I want to read them in order here.
don't read them all. Just get the one I'm talking about that I overreacted.
Well, there was a few of them. Here was one. Fans of the Fixing Joe podcast, please. Oh, no, that's not it.
La la.
Oh shit, we're way down. Okay, no. Go again.
Sure,
Get it-
you know,
here,
there's a-
the last one you read says, "Get them in fast. I'm taping Nick DiPaolo's podcast today. Semi-clean will be best. I'm not following racial and cunt chunks." You're right. It was in one.
Yeah, thank you.
It got confused. Yeah.
Thank you. See how you
See, but if you
see
would've-
how if I had read the other ones, I would have
Yeah,
understood.
you would have known it. There were
But
two.
I didn't.
There were two more before it. I
Isn't
need an
that-
open. Then the one before it says, "I need an opening act for my show on
Are you
February 13th."
fucking laughing that I overreact like
Send
that?
a link. I love it. You know what's funny?
I'm so paranoid, but I'm reading those things.
I'm driving to your house to do the podcast.
Yeah, move over a little. Get off the mic.
I'm driving to your house.
Yeah.
And then I see that.
That's all right. You're
I'm
good.
driving to your house.
Yeah.
And I tweet or I text to you saying that I'm running a little late.
Yeah.
And I for sure. I studied every word on that text because I said, if I say this wrong, Nick's going to say, fuck it, stay home. And it's funny they almost said, fuck it, stay home because something else. If I'm too late. I was so shocked to look on my screen when I was driving and you said, no worries.
Yeah.
I said, I've never seen Nick say no worries.
Yeah. I'm going to I'm gonna when you leave, I'm gonna do another podcast later on today.
That's hard.
I gotta bank a few because I'm doing some shit next week in the city, and I don't think I'm gonna have any time. It's kind of crazy next week, so
you should figure out a way that you could just bring that with you and do it in your downtime. If you're doing some acting gig, you're probably sitting somewhere.
No, but that's not what I do, Joe. I treat it like a radio show. You know what I mean? I got to prepare. I got to fucking read 3 web pages before I do my show.
But if you had your computer with you, you could read those.
You can't do
pages.
that.
Yeah,
Look, what am I going to carry a fucking
No. That's
the
what I'm
board
saying.
with me and
No,
shit?
no.
I don't have one of those portable things, and I don't want to do that when I'm
Right.
acting or doing something.
You want to focus on that.
Yeah, I'm not like a multitasking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know you can tap dance, you do comedy, and you're going to have a freshman mixer after the show, and you're going to MC the
A freshman kit mixer. It's like a
freshman mix.
a cotillion, we called them. Did you
What
call
is
them
it?
a cotillion?
What is that?
Our 10th grade dance was called a cotillion.
Where did you grow up? In Florence?
Jersey.
What's cotillion?
I don't know. Look
Is
it up.
that
I don't know.
Jewish, Italian? Cotillion?
It was a Jewish high school. Maybe it's a Jewish word.
I think so. Might be Yiddish. Cotillion. Sounds like when you hit the lottery, you go, I want $1 million cotillion.
Excuse me.
Things I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart.
Mama son. So, okay. Well, good. You got that plugged.
Yes. So a couple people sent me tapes, and you want to feel like you're a good comedian?
No, I don't have to look at shit.
Yeah. What? Just
I
mention.
just watch my opening acts.
One guy
No.
sends me a video. I swear to God, there's no video. It's just a black screen, and he
Maybe
goes,
it's a black comic. He
This-
did it in his basement.
This is what he says. He
Protesting the
goes,
Oscars.
sometimes when I'm videotaping myself, I just throw my phone on the table. I'm like, well, that's not a video then. If your phone is filming the fucking table.
That's the audio, you ignorant fuck.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's what you're dealing with on the internet. God bless the internet. It gave voices to people who don't deserve to have voices. Hate to sound like a third world dictator, but the level of ignorance is fucking astounding.
Do you know any funny comics from South Jersey or Philly? I don't
You
know.
grew up around there. I
I know,
know.
but I haven't lived there in 25 years.
I know a couple from New Rochelle. This
the
kid
fuck?
on New Rochelle, Joey Matarese, he's been tearing it up.
Who the fuck's from down there?
From there's a million of them. Get Bob Levy.
Ugh. That's what I meant by
What do you
racial cunt jokes. It's like I was saying, not you, Bob Levy, or Gino Bisconte. Yeah, it's like I wanted to say in a nice way. I'm looking for a clean girl. You have a girl opener for you. You like that?
Because I'm married.
think a girl-
I don't have people. Now I get this reputation. It's so funny. I haven't had when I'm home and doing something local. I'll call Kendra Cunningham because she fucking kills every time.
Right. She's from up there,
From up where?
Boston. Oh, you
Originally,
Okay.
but I met her down here.
Okay.
But the point is, when I go on the road, like in Chicago, I whoever they throw in front of me, that's what I.
Who'd you get?
What in Chicago?
Yeah.
A couple of guys. I don't know who the fuck they were. Young kid named Nate, and then there was another guy. His last name was Murphy. I want to say at the Rosemont Zannies. But on the road, yeah, no, because you know what it turns into. If I wanted to bring an opener and shit, what happens is. Then the openers call me, the guys I'm getting or the girls or whoever, and they go, what's it pay? What time do I go, hey, my agent's not going to do all that because they don't rep you.
Right.
Have you as manager or get on the phone yourself and call the club.
Call the club.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking do your footwork for you. I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
And I'm going to sweeten the pot. I throw them a couple hundred more than they're getting paid a lot
you
of the
do?
time. But Kendra Cunningham, yeah, when I did the Stress Factory a couple years ago, I didn't request her. She happened to be, that's who Vinny had opening for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she was hilarious. She's like this sarcastic kind of a Mae West type.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and so I use her, and she's like me. She likes to stay local. So, I'll have her at the brokerage next week. I mean, February 26th and 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And she never does not do well. Did I say that right?
And you just have
She does
one,
well all the time.
And do you have one opener, or do you have do they?
Sometimes I'll just use her, have her do a half, or ideally I'd like that. Just have her do 25, then I go up.
Right.
It's too much. People get anxious,
Well,
right? Right, Joey?
Yeah, and here's the thing with me putting out there that I'm looking for an Oprah. Send me a video.
Yeah.
Anyone who's good isn't sending me a video. Like, someone who's good isn't going to fucking do that. Is it going to be like, oh, so here's my video?
Well,
like, no one good would do that. Like,
no,
I
that's
should
right.
just know somebody.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta yeah. It's got to be a decent show. You don't want, because if somebody goes up and stinks in front of you, it kind of taints the whole. Even if you go up and do well and kill, it kind of taints the night. They're like, yeah, we had to sit through that mumble.
No.
I notice a lot of my audience comes in, like when I was at Zany's, they were out on the sidewalk waiting until I went on. So,
That's good.
not a lot, a couple handfuls that who know me, and people who go to comedy clubs on a regular basis.
They just skip the openers?
Sometimes.
They don't even want to drink.
Sometimes.
Hang.
But Zany's, man, the room downtown, you've done it, right?
No.
The small room downtown.
I've done the small one downtown, but not for a week. I just taped a TV show there once.
What they did, they had me do 2 shows on a Thursday at the downtown room. So the night I got there, I had to do 2 shows.
Right.
And then Friday and Saturday, you can't see me, Friday and Saturday, Rosemont, which is a beautiful room out by O'Hare. It's 250 seats. Uh-huh. And all 3 of those were sold out. And I mean sold the fuck. And I mentioned the podcast, and it got like a fucking, I don't mean a smattering. It got a round of applause.
Wow.
And I was like, why didn't I make more? No, I was surprised. It was such a great, let me tell you, Levity Live was awesome. That club is as nice as anything in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I fucking enjoyed Levity Live. And you know me, I'm not Joe Positive, but that whole weekend that was fucking great.
Right.
And then I go to Zany's, had just as good a time 2 weekends in a row.
You're going to be excited because you've been wanting a place to work out that's closer to your house.
Oh, Yonkers.
Did you hear about that?
Ha.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's opening at that nice
In
Ridge
May
Hill.
or something?
March. I have a date there in March. I think it's opening.
Oh, is it in March? Yeah.
I think it's opening soon.
I'm
so
doing
I was
it in
thinking,
May, I
that's
think.
a perfect place to go on a Wednesday to just try some shit out.
Yeah, I hope I don't see you there. Already, fucking keep that to yourself, will you? See, you got no savvy. You just announced to the whole fucking comedy world, you dope.
They're all going to show up in Yonkers?
Of course. The fucking stage time. What do you think?
true.
We're the only 2 comics in Westchester?
We kind of are. We
maybe.
kind of are. Me, you, and Verzi.
Oh, yeah, Verzi's up here. Forgot about, who else?
In Westchester?
Verzi's good funny
There's
guy.
not
Nice
many
guy.
in Westchester. Some in Rockland over the top.
I'll tell you who. I can name him. Robert Klein. It's about
Robert
fucking
Kelly.
8
Robert Kelly.
Robert Klein is about 8 minutes from here. And
Where's
Robert
Klein
Kelly.
live?
He lives, I don't want to say the town, but
He
not
lives
far
around
from
here?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Literally 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
I never knew that.
We saw him going into a liquor store. And it's funny, I was reading an article in a paper a few years ago, and he mentioned some of the restaurants he likes in this area. And he goes, there's a little hole in a wall like a strip mall. And I'm like, I won't say the name of the restaurant. But I said, I go, Robert Klein grew up in the Bronx. He knows Italian food.
All right.
So me and my wife go, I go, this little shit, it was fucking delicious.
Really?
It was really fucking Ginzalone.
What town's it in?
I'm not going to fucking say.
Oh, okay. It's an Italian place. Okay.
It's an Italian.
I listened to shit like that. I remember I heard Richard Gere on an interview somewhere. And
Hey, who knows better Italian food than
But not Italian. He mentioned some fucking
German?
Asian, Japanese restaurant in the city. I was like, this guy, he probably ate at the best of the best for so many years. He's going to know what he's talking about. I wrote it down. I still have it on my phone.
He mentioned he ate at Diane Lane's. I wrote that down, too.
He said he goes to the Diamond Diner in Cherry Hill. It's right on the...
The Diamond Diner?
There used to be. That's where we used to go after the bars. It's not there anymore on the
How
racetrack circle.
How far was that away from... What was the gig in Cherry Hill?
There was a comedy cabaret.
At the
Hill.
hotel.
There was a comedy cabaret at a Hyatt.
No, it wasn't. It was one of the chain clubs in New York.
Rascals.
Rascals.
But that was the same.
There you go.
That was the same hotel. They just made it into a Rascals years after.
I did Rascals down there at Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, not to brag, folks.
Yeah.
Nice hotel gig. And this is years ago. And then I go on Howard Stern, and I'm talking about my weekend at Rascal. And then somebody calls in and goes, "Yeah, I'm a busboy. I'm a Hispanic." And I asked Nick DiPaolo for an autograph after the show, and he said, "Get away from me, you greasy spick," which I never did. Turns out Howard or Fred or somebody was playing it. But I had to deny. I'm on a radio show with 5 million people listening. I go, why would you fucking even say that, kid? I think it was Stuttering John who did that, pulled a trick on me. I go, why would you fucking even say that kiddingly?
That's a great trick. That it sounds like a phone call and everything.
Yeah, it sounded like a phone call.
Oh,
the guy had me going. I'm going, I never said that to anybody, ever.
You're like, did I say that?
No, I didn't.
Maybe I said that.
I'm not like that.
You're like, maybe I was drunk and I said that.
Maybe I got a bad burrito. I don't, but I was like, what the fuck? That's all I remember that gig, though. The original Rascals in West Orange was had the best sound system of any club I had worked with. Do you remember the original Rascals?
Oh, my God.
West Orange?
Yeah, that was a good one.
The sound system, and it was a low ceiling and a big, a packed, it was a beautiful comedy club.
Oh, yeah.
In the heyday.
That was the spot.
And it had great food upstairs at the restaurant.
Yeah, I remember the little guy who used to be the manager. He had like a long blonde mullet. McKenna?
Yes.
Was that his last name?
Last
McKenna?
name. Danny McKenna?
Danny McKenna?
Something like
little
that.
blonde guy. He was classic.
And everybody had blow, and everybody was coked up after the show upstairs. Hey, let me buy you a drink.
Yeah. I did that Rascals Comedy Hour. That's the first thing I've ever
Rascals
did.
Comedy Hour. They put that on like local access or something.
Yeah, now it's all over YouTube. You can watch Dice, Kinnison. All those guys did it.
Oh,
back
that's
in the
right.
day.
I did too.
Yeah.
Loved it. There's some sweet fucking gigs. How about the gig Catch a Rising Star in Princeton? Remember that one?
That used to be a great gig, and then it just fell apart. It's still there, I think. Someone books it. It's not.
I told you. I call the manager, this blonde girl, I call her a cunt right in front of everybody.
Good.
I forgot why she was yelling at me.
The manager was a woman? I don't.
Yeah, for 1 year. Mm-hmm. And right in front of everybody. I don't know why she was yelling at me. I can't even remember why.
Did you go long?
Oh, I do know why. Louis Black, this is how new it was. Louis Black was headlining, right? And on a Saturday night, I was featuring. So I featured for about 8 months of my career. And this was one of them. And the show, like on Friday night, it was like 8 and 10. But on Saturday, it started at 7 or whatever the fuck. So I'm laying, but I either forgot or whatever, or nobody told me. I'm laying in my room. And then I go downstairs around 8 o'clock, and I see Louis on stage already.
Oh, no.
What a feeling that is. And I'm going, what the fuck? And she tried to tell me that she came up and knocked on my door.
It would have been weirder if someone came up and went, good set.
How about somebody...
Like you thought you went on already.
How about somebody coming up? I go, I'm in a hotel. You couldn't come up and bang on me. No, you didn't. I was watching TV. I wasn't sleeping. I was laying on my bed watching TV, waiting for 8 o'clock to come.
Right.
So she's fucking lying. So I fucking cursed her out.
Oh, my God.
Right in front of fucking everybody. I go, you're fucking lying. And why didn't you call my fucking room? She didn't even have an answer for that. So I must have pissed her off the first night with my material or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Then again. But you know the pit in my stomach when I came downstairs and saw Louis on, and he was great about it. Fucking Louis loved me and said, "No, don't worry." I go, "Dude, I've never been late in my life to a gig. Driving to one or flying to one, never mind. Being in I'm in the same hotel. The stage is downstairs, and
Right.
Nobody could have come up.
That would have pissed me off.
Yeah, nobody came up and banged on the fucking. I'm laying on my bed, all dressed. I remember,
and then they dock you money.
I forget. No,
They didn't dock you.
I don't
Usually
think
they
so.
would have.
I can't remember. Maybe they did, but I got into it with her. And you know what? Then I was friends with her later on. I think she knew she was wrong.
Really? That club always had...
She's a Polish chick, blonde, good
That
looking.
club, for me, always had dickhead managers. Like, I got banned
Yeah, I
from
think
that.
that's the point of the story right there.
There was another guy that came in after that, and he banned me from the club once. He would, like...
For what?
He would,
What did you do?
He would sit like 10 feet from the stage. Not sit, he would just stand. There was like a beam right in front of you. You're on stage, and he would lean on the beam with his arms crossed, just staring at you. I'm like, can you...
You know what? That
get the
actually
fuck
sounds
outta here?
familiar, now that you say that.
Yeah.
I hate when the manager or the owners used to...
Just get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's almost as worse as clubs that put the mirror straight across, and I got to look at myself performing for fucking 45 minutes. I don't want to look at me.
I know. I
is
know.
that?
I used to say that. I go, oh, I just saw myself. I go, I look like fucking Buttafuoco. I go, oh, no wonder why. Ugh. And
Well, I used to have I think, back before my meds, I would definitely snap. But that was a club. You know what used to piss me off? When it got to a level where you were working at this night. It was a nice Hyatt. It was like a higher
beautiful.
end Hyatt.
Absolutely.
They would put you up at the Red Roof Inn down the street, and I used to get so
What?
mad at that.
No.
You were probably out of
out of the Red Revenge.
You were not doing the club at that point.
That's what I'm saying. I was fucking right. I was right in the hotel at the Hyatt.
Yeah,
the room was
bullshit.
fucking on like the third floor. Nobody banged on my. Nobody could come up and bang on the door going, "Where's the fucking? Where are you?"
Right.
I mean, it infuriated me because she was lying. She was lying, Joe. Speaking of meds, you bring up something. You know, my sleep problems have been well documented on this show, and it's not falling asleep that's my problem. It's waking up 3 hours later every night or 4 hours later. And I mentioned this to Pat Milligan, who
Patrick, he's on the same meds I'm on.
Yeah, exactly. So he says to me, he goes, "Dude, that's anxiety." And I said, "I know you're right because I fall asleep. It's something's bothering me from the inside out that's waking me." And he goes, so he told me, he goes, "Yeah, I'm on the same shit that Matarese is on." I go, "I don't want to be a zombie like Matarese." What else? What is it, Joe? What are you taking?
Celexa, I think that's what he takes.
Celexa. Now, he said, yeah, either you told me or he told me, or you both told me the side effects. You like have diarrhea when you're at work and can't get it up before you
Jerk off on planes.
Yeah, you jerk off on planes. What? No, what's the side effects? It took you. No, you said you had crazy dreams.
I said
You look like Bryan Cranston. You made a face. You look just like Walter White. You look like Walter fucking White.
Really?
Ooh, that's creepy.
when I first started them, you have that. Like that goes away.
What? But it made you. It gave you crazy dreams.
Yeah.
That means you're sleeping deep, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a while. Look, I went on. What was the one everybody was doing around the year 2000? Zoloft. What was the one that was
Prozac's the original.
No,
they
not
call it.
Prozac. This is the shit. You saw it in commercials all the time. Zolex or Zoloft.
Zoloft is one.
I think it was Zoloft. There was another one with an X in it. But I tried it for about a month in the summer. Because I was this high-strung maniac, like I'm better now because I'm older.
Right.
But I had to try something, and it made me like a zombie. I didn't like it. I walked around. I want to say Zoloft.
Zoloft. I've yet to hear somebody not say anything negative about that drug.
Everybody hated it.
Everyone I know that's ever been on it usually can't have an erection. Like they can't get hard.
No, then that wasn't the one.
Oh no!
It gave you an erection
but you
and diarrhea. That was my joke on stage. I'm sitting in the toilet with a fucking erection and shitting. What good is that? Unless you're with a German broad making a movie. That was a doozy.
Or they also would say that you just couldn't come, like you could just fuck, but it didn't feel
Why is that
that
a problem? I like to please my girls. I mean, my wife.
But it didn't feel good to you. Like the sex you didn't have an emotional connection to your sex, so you didn't feel good.
I've
weren't
never
enjoying
had an emotional connection to sex in my life. That's a problem for guys? What are we turning into fucking fags here?
He's a fag.
I mean, that's how I like it, emotionless. I almost like it the way Cosby liked it, pretty much. Speaking of no emotions during sex. So okay, it gave you crazy dreams.
Overeating is a side effect too.
Oh Jesus!
You got to get used to.
It makes you hungry.
Not hungry, but you know that.
You're in a trance. You don't realize you're still eating.
My anxiety is what would make me worry. Like if I ate like a fucking 10 Oreos or something, my anxiety would go, "Oh, what do you do? Don't eat that. That's not good for you." Like literally, that voice in my head would make me not eat it. But that voice is gone now. Like I used to do jokes about it. Like that guy's in a headlock in your fucking brain.
So that's
There's a new guy running your brain who's like, "You want those? They're delicious."
Seriously,
Eat 'em."
it's that there's that much of a change you can.
Well, you learn. You know what? You learn though. You learn how to adjust. It just takes some time. At first, you notice you'll be going to McDonald's. Like you'll have a fucking instinct. You'll be driving down the road. You'll see McDonald's, and you'll just fucking pull in the drive-through. You're like, "This is delicious. I'm eating it."
Like weed?
Yeah.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay, so it takes away your inhibitions for certain things. If I see a chick,
Yeah.
If I see a 22-year-old, I'm going to tackle her on the sidewalk. Nobody's going to stop me.
No, my horniness definitely went down. I wasn't jerking off as much. I used to
could
be
use that,
really
too.
horny a lot. That's what I said. For a married guy, it's the equalizer. It makes it fine. Like I don't need. I used
I don't
to
even
want.
know how to interpret
I used
that.
to want a ton of sex from my wife, and she just,
Well, Who can blame you?
And then now it minimized it, so it's like it's perfect. Her and I are on the same sexual level now.
But what's it do? Look, I rely on being quick and funny, off the cuff on stage. But does it? How does it affect? Do you don't walk around in a little bit of zombie state?
There's no zombie.
But you sleep. Did you notice your sleep was better?
I never had a problem sleeping.
Okay, so
my wife used to complain I'm a restless sleeper. My legs would fucking
restless leg syndrome.
I had the leg thing.
Yeah, my wife used to.
Yeah, and I just move around a lot. The covers are just fucking on the ground.
Yeah, that's like
when
my
I wake
wife.
up.
She's like fucking river dance. It's 3 a.m. She's doing river dance in my bed. I wake up, she's standing over me like fucking De Niro in fucking Goodfellas, stomping Billy Batts' face. That wasn't my special, actually. I had a bit on that. Yeah. Sure. She used to kick the covers off and shit.
Yeah, that's me. She was hoping that the meds would make that kind of go away. That still exists.
So what, Joe? But what's it do? It's an anti-anxiety medicine, right?
Yeah.
So it takes you, it mellows you a little, right?
Yeah.
Is that the overall?
Well, I would yell and get really mad. We would get in some fights, or I would scare her because I would get really fucking loud when I would snap.
Yeah, I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me? This sounds like it was made for me.
I've been saying that since I've known you.
I'm afraid to try it.
I thought when you called me one day, or you texted me one day and said, "Does it change your sleep?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's on it." No one asked that unless he's on it. But you're not on it.
Milligan told me that. What's it called? Celexa?
Celexa,
yeah. Yeah, Milligan told me. Mm-hmm. And when he said, he was really the first one to say that. I said, I fall asleep fine, but I wake up sometimes 2 hours later or 3. And he goes, dude, I had the same thing.
And it stopped for him?
That's what he said.
There you go.
So I don't know. Maybe it's different for everybody.
Why don't you just try? I always say just try it. My wife came to me recently and said, I think I might need meds. And I'm like, that's hilarious because I listened to you tell me that I need meds.
Why does she think she needs meds?
Because she's yelling at her kids all the time. She's real high-strung with being a mom. Like there's times where she literally is like, just get her away from me. She has to I have to grab my daughter.
I'm always
and
analyzing Joe's wife.
Yeah,
now that's
she snaps.
but that's a typical reaction for somebody like Joe's wife, who's a new age mom, doctor. What does she do?
She's a psychologist at Columbia.
Yeah, and psychologists today, that's their first remedy for everything. There's nothing wrong with yelling at your kids if they're fucking bugging you.
Well,
she's a busy woman.
My wife's mom's on Celexa.
Oh, my God. You married into the Manson clan. They're all on...
And my wife's mother's mother, who lived to 96, went on meds in her, mid-80s, went on them, and then became more normal and was like a lunatic before that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
In your 80s. Because the end is I'd want to be fucked up.
Yeah, well, I think...
I'd be doing heroin when I hit my fucking late 60s.
My grandmom's 97. They put her on an antidepressant because those Italian grandmoms...
Not even Italian. Everybody I know, my parents, for instance, and my friends in high school, their parents are all now in their late 70s. And my Uncle Bob, who never had... they're all on antidepressants.
Yeah,
because it's fucking it's depressing to be 54 in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Can you imagine being in your 70s and the fucking end is around the corner?
Well, I'm sorry, I have the weirdest.
For Christ's sake, Joe, I'm trying to. Yeah, what was that? A French horn?
Doesn't that sound like what you hear at a Minnesota Vikings game?
Yeah, did they just? It's like the fucking Vikings just scored.
I was about to say something actually on a sad note. But it connects with what we're talking about.
But tell your wife, just because she snaps at her kids when they're being annoying, not to drug herself up.
No. I was afraid. I was afraid to let her go on the. I think it would help her because she gets in. She's one. Your wife. I don't know how your wife is, but when I get in a fight with my wife,
yeah,
it takes 2 days to make up. She holds the fucking anger and the mad for so long.
She does.
Yeah. Can you make up fast with your wife?
That's what prostitutes are for. I go down the street and I go, hey, 22-year-old Filipino, has her herpes cleared up? I just had a real fucking doozy with my wife. Tell her to get in here and lick my sack.
This might be the funniest one we've ever done together.
What, this show?
You're really cracking me up on this one.
Here's why I have you on the show, though.
Funny.
You have shit to talk. Joe brings, Joe's like a good guy, funny comic, and you have unique. Your marriage is unique.
You're
and stuff.
fascinated by it.
I am. I like the but you always have something to talk about. Something just happened to you always.
You should just have me on once a week.
I can't do that. You're not that good.
Once a week. You know what I was thinking? Tell me. Well,
I don't like it already. Go ahead.
This is a total different subject.
Changing the subject.
I was in the city today. I had a meeting with this company that places ads on podcasts. You know, one of the bigger companies.
Podcast One.
It's not Podcast One.
But it's one of them.
It's one of those on that level.
Okay.
And I started thinking after I left it, because a lot of these guys, they want to do these, I guess they call them, what's it called? Ad revenue type ads, where if you sell, you get paid, that kind of thing. You get a percentage of what you mention. If it actually works and they go buy it, you get a
You mean like live reads? Like I get every once in a while with Riotcast?
But live reads you get paid just a flat rate. Those are different.
As opposed to I'm not sure what you
I'm
get.
saying this is more like, you know how people
depending on like how much they sell of the product, you get a cut of that?
Yeah.
Like the back end?
I don't know if it's actually like maybe it's just if they contact them you get an amount. I don't know if it's a percentage or if it's just if they click on it and go to the company and try to buy something, you get paid. I don't know the level.
Yeah. I get that.
With Amazon, it's if they go to Amazon. Like, do you have a lot of these guys now put the Amazon banner on their website, and if people buy something, you get 5% of the purchase, something like that.
Yeah.
So this company was talking to me about all the different advertisers, and I started thinking like. This is crazy, but it's like I remember a comedian doing a joke about it's going to get to the point where athletes are fucking yelling products while they're yelling the signs, like the quarterback. Someone has a bit about that. I don't know who it is. But I started thinking, like, how many people we're on stage in front of, how many podcasts I'm doing. I'm like, if I have an advertising company that's got a banner on my website and they're paying me to talk about them on my podcast, why can't I fucking bring it up when I'm on everybody's podcast? It's like when they say, what are your plugs? I'm like, Joe Matarese, I'll be a blah, 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 blah. And you know what? Go buy a coffee, something, something, something. It's great. Why couldn't you do it everywhere you went?
Well, then the people listening would have to, there has to be a code saying, I heard Joe.
Well, you could say it really. And the code is blah, 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 fixing Joe. And you throw it on at the end. Why couldn't you? You're doing stand up at a club. You could mention it in your fucking set when you're closing.
This is too Jewish for me. I can't.
Too Jewish.
I'm a dumb Ginzalone. I am marketing wise. I can't fucking. I went to school for it and ended up fucking.
Well, that's what I've been talking about this on my podcast for like a week now. Like, because I have one of those video companies interested in me going over there, where you do the podcast and a video version of it, and you get paid per episode over there, and you get a piece of their.
Over where?
I can't say. I don't want to say.
Israel.
No,
I'm serious. I did a show. Do you know? I used to.
You did a podcast in Israel?
Yeah, I got to give Mike Baker credit. My web guy, he had me doing a fucking televised I don't know what you call it. It wasn't called a podcast. This was 10 years ago. It was a company in Israel, and I was getting like $750 a show or some shit, and I would be talking into my into the computer with my headset on.
I remember when you did that. Was it? And it was playing just in Israel, or it was also in Israel?
No, I don't know where it played.
It was for
the internet.
Israelis.
It had to be everywhere. I forget. No, the company was in Israel. I don't know where it was playing.
Okay, $750 a pop.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy. Well, and I did a couple a month or some shit. It was funny, But anyways, whatever. That's just, the whole business is in flux. This business model, this podcast thing is still brand new.
Yeah,
there's 19 different ways.
They're trying. Well, that's where it's hard. It's hard for the performer because you're like, how do I know which way is the most profitable way?
But everybody's like, you're going to put a video camera in there? Go watch TV if that's what you want. The fuck? It's the beauty of a podcast. I come down here in my fucking underwear. Why do you want to watch me talk into a microphone? What? I don't fucking get that.
That only makes sense if
you have $1 million of equipment like
yes,
and
if you can cut the video screens and
that's
you're showing,
what I'm saying.
and if you have a guest,
they think we're all billionaires. Fucking Anthony Comey was doing radio for fucking 30 years and he has a ton of money.
There is a way to do that on low end.
I don't want to do it low end because then you look like a dick.
I mean, you can do it where you don't have to spend what he spent and it'll look almost the same.
And for you guys listening right now, don't fucking tweet me with 9,000 different suggestions. Hey, you can pick up a fucking monitor and plug it into your toaster oven. I'm fucking. I don't want to fucking hear it. I like what I'm doing. Yeah. I loved radio. That's why I fucking loved it. Right now, as I'm talking, I have a cat under my desk licking my nuts. You guys don't know that. I'm getting two for the price of one.
Yeah, and plus, I think listeners get annoyed when we start talking about this shit. They hate that.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I don't want to continue.
No,
the business of podcasting is.
Yeah.
They don't
No
give a shit.
So have you bought a new couch lately?
I wanted to talk more about my wife and holding anger and oh God, what the hell? I was going to ask you about your wife.
She blows up.
I know what it is. It just came to my head. I don't know if your wife is like this, but I noticed. I love it because it's always the best shit to talk about on a podcast, or what my wife tells me not to talk about on a podcast. I'm about to talk about what she said don't talk about, but she said don't talk about it on my podcast. She didn't say don't tell it on Nick's.
Yeah, whole different audience.
Yeah. So
It's not like we're two Italian comics.
I notice whenever I stand up for my wife, but in a loud way, it fucking, we're in a 3-day argument, and like today,
If you stand up for her, what
if
do you
I
mean?
if I stand up to her, if
up
I think
to
she's
her,
out
not
of
for her,
line
to
and I
her.
fucking yell at her,
Yeah.
like how like some guys are like, you can't let a woman push you around. Whenever I fucking do that,
Yeah.
I'm in a fucking 5-day fucking war.
That's because she was a spoiled brat. When she grew, she was raised a spoiled little
You
brat.
think?
I fucking know. Look, I've been in a million relationships. I didn't get married till I was 41.
Uh-huh.
I have 8 different types of women, and the ones that can't handle being fucking raising your voice. I love that. Oh, you're verbally abusive. Oh, now getting in an argument, you just call me a fucking asshole. I called you a fucking asshole back. I'm verbally abusive. Don't you like how they take the far left feminist horseshit and try to apply it to you? That's verbally. You just called me a dick, and I told you to shut the fuck up. I'm treating you like an equal. Can't have it both ways.
She needed me.
It doesn't happen often. I'm just
she
saying.
needed me to watch my
If the cops are
my
listening.
daughter this morning from 8 to 9:30 because she had to go up and lock herself in her room and do this Skype meeting for her job. She works from home on Fridays.
Okay.
And my daughter doesn't have daycare on Fridays.
Okay. I'm with her so
Okay,
far on the argument.
Yeah, you'll probably be on her side. So it's 7:58, and I'm in my bedroom. The plan was, Joe, get showered and get dressed because you have your meeting that you have to get on a train and go into the city at 10. So do that now, so I can go do my thing from 8 to 9:30. You'll be ready, and then you can just fucking run out the door and go to the train station.
Sounds like a stressful fucking morning.
It
but
was.
Go ahead.
7:58. I realized I fucking missed half of my beard when I was clipping it to make it a little shorter. So I pull out the fucking clipper again and I start hitting it. And she thinks I just started shaving. She doesn't know I already shaved once.
This is classic marriage horseshit.
Yeah, she just comes in. It's 7:58. Jesus fucking, what are you doing? You're always late. It's going to affect me. And I just went, shut up. Would you shut up like that? Not even to her face, like from the other room. And then
And that bothered her?
2-day fucking war. I know it. And we're supposed to go to a party tonight. It's always on nights we actually have a babysitter.
So now you're
and
not
we're
going
supposed
out.
We are still going out, but it's not going to be fun because
I'll
she's going to
watch
hold the anger.
kids. Have the kids come over here. I'll make them a nice fucking squid salad.
Do you ever get in a fight with your wife and it's like on your way to an expensive restaurant? You literally
Do
go.
you ever? That's the only time I do get in a fight. I've ruined more fucking evenings. We drove up to Westchester, some restaurant. It was in every magazine up here. Some fucking beautiful restaurant. The picture of the magazine is sunsetting. It's got a porch on it. My wife's been talking about it for 2 years. We get into the fucking restaurant. It was one of our birthdays. Fucking next thing you know, she says something, I snap back. Don't fucking...
The restaurant?
In the restaurant. I go, shut the fuck up. She goes, you shut the fuck up.
In the restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
fucking,
my God. I
And
love you
here's
guys.
the thing. It's only us and another couple. We got there early, and the waiters and waitresses are like, we get up and we got our coats and fucking stormed out.
Wow.
A restaurant we had been talking about for 2 years. I don't know what. I can't remember for the life of me. She'll tell you right now what it was about.
See, I'd rather have that happen. I'm a cheap fuck. I hate when you scream and then you paid for $225 for a meal and you're like fucking didn't even enjoy it.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the... I don't even think we had got to the fucking appetizers. It got real ugly
You
in a
just
hurry.
throw money on the table and walk out the door?
And that's no, we hadn't eaten that thing
Nothing.
yet.
Not even the
No.
bread and a drink?
They came over, and I think they took our drink orders, and then all hell broke loose. Well, that's a nice ride home, huh? I'm fucking going. I'm going to floor this right into one of these lakes up here. They'll find us both.
Dude, you saved yourself $200. That was genius.
Yeah, it's this is us in the morning. That was us in the restaurant waiting for our fucking appetizers.
I was at a diner once. This was one of those diners. You ever been in one of these where they have like a glass partition in between each booth?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the old school diner, right?
Yeah,
Fucking
keeps the Ebola out of your salad.
Husband and wife get in a fight. The guy throws a glass at his wife. She ducks.
Hits the glass.
Hits the glass fucking partition. I was like,
Of course, it's
wow.
Jersey.
Jersey. Bam. I was like, whoa. That's fucking great.
Yeah. My wife doesn't explode off, and look, I'm the one with the fucking, obviously, the short fuse, but she's Irish and Italian, and when she goes off, I mean, she'll contain it for months, but when she goes off,
It's scary.
she breaks shit.
She breaks
French
stuff.
doors. She slammed the French doors. The glass all broke out of it. And I'm going, now fucking, it was like, you know what? It was almost like a Godfather. I clean it up. She breaks it. Why would you break shit? I said, you're going to fix it.
I was trying.
You're going to have to be online ordering the fucking shit and the new doorknob. I'm not doing that.
That happened this morning, and I wanted to write it in my phone.
She smashed something?
No, as a premise. The premise was, how come I didn't write it down? How come when women get mad, they have to make it obvious in the way they walk and the way they slam door? Like there's noise on the upper level of our house. Like if a guy's mad, I'm not like boom boom banging my feet when I walk, slamming doors. I'm just I'm innerly just going, what a fucking
Oh, I do. I put on
what
a pair.
fucking cunt. I'm saying it in my head.
I put a pair of pumps on and I go up to the third floor and I stomp around like a fat chick at a fucking deli.
That's one of my favorite jokes of yours, that you pulled a muscle giving the finger behind
That's
your
a true
wife's back.
story.
Yeah.
I was giving my wife the finger in the kitchen. She went into the other room. I'm going like this with my right hand, and I get a cramp in my fucking neck, like a bulge. I was dehydrated or some shit. That's a true story. Everybody requests that fucking
I can
joke.
tell it's true because every guy
sad
can
is that?
relate to how mad we get, but we can't. I can't let it out.
Yeah, I have no problem letting it out. I remember flying a girl up to Montreal. I was doing the Comedy Works. I'd met her like 4 days before at some gig. She fucked me right after the gig, like on a Thursday night. Hey, you want to come to Montreal with me? I get up there. How do they even know each other? And then there's a waitress in Montreal who I had banged a few times. Really cute. She starts talking to me. And this new girl that I bring up there senses that I had banged. She said I was ignoring her. I looked at this girl twice, this waitress in Montreal. I said like 4 words to her, and she goes, "You're not paying any attention to me." This chick turned out to be a fucking psycho. Next thing you know, she's on a plane back to fucking Boston.
That's why we get married.
I know, you can only have shit like that so long.
You hit a point where you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, no, exactly.
My wife got mad.
But you know what? I miss it. I said this on stage the other night. This is how married I am. I actually miss getting chlamydia. I used to
good, too.
fucking get it twice a month. I miss it. I mean, come on.
I actually said that to the guy who married my wife and I. He wanted to have a meeting with us.
What, a
right?
priest?
He was like, it wasn't in a church, but he was like an ex-priest, like kind of your hippie type dude.
Where'd you meet him? Like at Arby's or
I
something?
think my wife found him online somewhere. I don't remember where she found this guy. And we literally went to some restaurant and met him. And he said, "Why do you want to marry your wife?" And I actually said, "Because she's so much better than all the other women that I've been with."
That's a good answer.
She got mad at me. She didn't like that answer.
Yeah, that's why women suck.
Yeah.
Really? That's not the perfect answer?
But that, like
Boy, Stephanie sounds like a tough one, huh?
Oh my God, dude. My friend has the best observation of my wife. This is what he calls her: high maintenance, low maintenance. That's his nickname for her.
Well, where's the low? I hear the high. Where's the low come in?
Well, you've met her. She's a sweetheart. She's seen
Well, to me, but where's the low maintenance?
She has a lot of low maintenance.
I'm
qualities.
always complimenting Joe's wife. She's a really good looking woman. She's a psychologist. I'm just saying.
No,
same with my wife.
She's a sweetheart. She's an amazing mom. She's not some crazy girl that you wouldn't want to raise kids with, or like.
Right.
If you go have, she doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't snap at me. She's not. I love that scene in Diner. Where I love Diner. It has some great fucking moments. But there's a moment in that movie where Daniel Stern, I think, asked Gutenberg, or why you're marrying her, and Gutenberg goes, she's not a ball breaker. That's like his reason. That's like what I was saying to the priest. She's because I had so many psychos.
Do you think that's why you said that, because of the movie? If you didn't see the movie, would you have answered that?
No, but I had a crazy girlfriend for 8 years that I'm still friends with this day. Who? Well, I shouldn't say who.
Oh,
I won't say
I'm
who,
sorry.
but she called me recently and told me we're still friends. She told me she started taking meds, and I was like, she's like, you think they're right? I go, you needed to be on meds for the last 30. I can't believe it took you this long to get here. But thank God you're on meds. She was fucking losing it. She used to get crazy.
Well, yeah. I back to the meds. Yeah, it's a sleeping thing, man. Last night, same thing. Woke up. I know we go from marriage and relationships to sleep again, but you brought up the med. Woke up at fucking 10:07 this morning. Couldn't get back.
What time did you go to sleep?
About 5 or 2.
Oh, you went late. Okay,
That's normal for me every night.
Right. You got young comic schedule.
I got off it though. About a year ago, I got off it. Was going to bed like at a decent hour. You know what I mean? Like fucking 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And that's decent for a comic.
Dude, my wife goes to bed at 9:30.
I know, because
That bothers
you know
me.
what? She's a mom. You're a dad, but I'm saying she's a mom, and she's got a real job with bosses and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, she gets up at 7. Isn't 8 hours fine? Go to bed at 11. Why you got to go to bed at 9:30?
How about...
We can't watch TV in bed like a fucking couple from the 50s? That's what I want.
They have separate beds, you know, Joe and Stephanie. Like the Van Dykes.
Probably.
Joe comes home from a fucking funny bone, trips over the fucking sofa, just like the Van Dykes.
I have the opposite. I don't even have a king-size bed. You probably do. I have a queen-size bed, which I hate.
I got bunk beds. I got that in a soda machine.
Bunk beds. You got a popcorn
That's how much we fuck. I have a ladder going up to the top of my bed. Want to come up here and blow me? Or stay down there in your fucking bunker.
Excuse me.
I love it. You can overlap them.
I'm working this thing like a...
It's amazing.
I think my real hero is Fred Norris.
Oh, my God. What else is going on with
I
you, Nick?
got Trump, some speech from Trump.
Ein Vorführung durch eigene Arbeit, durch eigenen Fleiß, eigene Entschlossenheit.
I'm just saying that. I'm kidding. I don't think he's Hitler, but all the lefty douchebags do. So I like to fucking I like to oblige him with that type of poo-poo. What else? I don't know. That's
Snow, the sports. We got the games this weekend.
I got New Haven tomorrow night. Sports Haven in New Haven, Connecticut. And, yeah, the weather's coming up the fucking coast, and you know, whatever. When they start talking a week before the storm about it, I'm like, okay, here's a ratings ploy for the local news. People tune in. People have been running this store. I swear to God, Home Depot and fucking Sam Champion, they get together.
Oh, I wanted to tell you it worked because
Right?
I bought a snowblower. I never owned one.
I know.
Before. 4 days ago, I bought one.
I know. I'm on the phone with Joe, and he's going to buying a snowblower.
Oh yeah,
remember I was in my car.
I was in the store, dude. I was having a Nick DiPaolo moment. I almost fucking yelled in the store because they gave
I'm getting better with that, by the way.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, I just go break shit in the store. I'll go to some aisle when nobody's looking.
I'm the old you. You would have snapped at this. The guy gives me the floor model. I wheel it up to the fucking counter because I got to go get to my house.
Oh,
By the
and
time
a wheel falls off it.
No, my son's waiting for me on the front. It's like fucking 12 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I got to get home for the bus at 3:30. I'm just standing there. There's no SKU number on the fucking the floor model. The guy's fucking hitting that red light all over it. Nothing.
He's got that scanner thing.
Yeah.
It's like a guy from Saudi Arabia trying to get through security at LaGuardia.
Yeah.
I get the...
I'm fucking standing there for, I swear to God, 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? I go,
Yeah.
I got to leave. I had to leave the snowblower and go get my, and I'm in the Bronx because they said online that they had them in stock, which they didn't. I had to buy the floor model
Yeah.
and go fucking all the way back to the store in the Bronx, which isn't even where I live, and buy it with my son. It was fucking, I was
You had
almost
to
screaming.
leave and
I
then
left.
come back.
Yeah, because they
Did you
couldn't
tell the
fucking
guy you were
charge
coming
me.
back?
Yeah, I go, I'll be back. Because I wanted that snowblower bad, but I'm a cheap fuck. I bought one that is not going to have enough power. I'm going to have to snowblow like 3 times if we get a foot.
Snowblower.
Do you have one?
Fuck
oh, you
no.
have you got such a big.
I have Guatemalan team come out. I
I was
told
going
you.
to say you have a big driveway. You can begin to snowblow.
Oh, I could
that.
never do that. We have look. I live in this neighborhood. I still haven't figured out. It's called an association. I don't know if it's officially an association. What makes a neighborhood an association?
Do they have a company that does the properties when it snows?
Well, we find a private
Your own
person to do that. But we all chip in money wise.
Oh, you chip in.
And my wife, thank God, she's the organizer.
Do they do your walk or just the drive?
They do. Because we organize it and we get them all the business. They
they
do
hooked you up and they do
They
everything.
shovel. I'm laying there in my underwear in the living room. They're watching TV at 2 a.m, forgetting that it's snowing out. They come out if it's 4 inches or more. So I'm sitting all of a sudden I hear it's 2 a.m, and there's a couple like Latino kids.
What happens
shoveling
if it's
my
3
steps.
inches? There's just you have to do it yourself.
Fucking 3 inches. I'm not going to shovel that. The fuck? What do you got? Midgets coming to your house?
You would. There's a scene in one of my web series episodes that just reminded me of
What,
where
Fixin' Joe?
And I have movers coming over. Dante Nero plays one of the movers.
Oh my God,
And,
Dante Nero.
and I'm just like eating a fucking sandwich, pointing the movers, different rooms with music, like there's music playing under, and because I think the narration is something like there's nothing I enjoy better than watching other people work hard. Like, I love fucking.
Do you still do Fixin' Joe or no?
No, it's done. There's 13 eps online.
13.
Yeah.
You guys should check it out. It's actually funny, and I'm not just saying that.
It's up your angry alley. Well, if you're interested in trying Celexa, watch the first 3 episodes because it's all about starting the meds and all the weird shit.
I'm
going to
try it. Milligan convinced me when he said, "Dude, I had the exact same thing. It's anxiety."
Right.
And he's right because every time I have something coming up big, which is almost all the time, and not big, a medium range, let's say.
Right.
Anytime I get something weighing in my mind, and so Celexa and somebody gave me, Mike Fiona gave me a joint the other night.
Oh, you told me about the joint story last time.
No, I ate the fucking edible pot.
So I would think you would never try pot ever again.
Yeah, but that was edible, which is 90 times stronger.
Yeah.
And I like I said, back in the day, in the early 90s, I remember joints making me very sleepy, so I can see what they're talking. But also, I've heard the weed is way stronger now.
Did you try the weed?
Not yet. It's sitting there. My wife fucking laughed her balls. She goes, "What the fuck is this?" She started laughing. I had it on the script upstairs on the table.
Well, they say there's a kind of pot that makes you feel not anxious, and there's a kind that can make you anxious. Did he give you the right kind?
I don't know. He got it from a Negro.
It's not medically...
that was a line from Caddyshack, by the way, folks. Don't fucking write in. You can't write it.
It's not from a medical... like where you can just buy it legally from like a doctor or something?
I don't know where Fiona got it. I don't know. He goes, "Dude, it's just..." But a couple people said, and then tweets, people online, a couple hit you, and... I ate half a brownie like I was fucking Mickey Dolenz.
Well,
what?
Here's the thing with the meds. It's not going to make you not quick on stage, but when you...
How about when I pick up a waitress? Can I get it up?
But when you get mad and then you feel... When you get really mad at something on stage, that won't happen anymore.
Jesus Christ, I'm fucked. What are you trying to change me into Jeff Dunham?
No, you're still gonna
that's
have
actually good.
You're still gonna have mean, edgy jokes, but if someone's fucking on their phone to the right, you're not gonna fucking launch and ruin your whole set.
I don't. It's funny.
Because that's what I used to do.
This drug should be called Nick DiPaolo Ester. What the fuck? This sounds perfect for me.
Yeah. Well, I was on the level of you, but
I know you said you were worse, from what I hear.
Yeah. Now I'll literally be looking out the corner of my right eye, and I'm watching somebody fully updating their Facebook page while I'm performing.
Yeah.
And I go, just look to the left. Don't look at them. And I just look over at the people that are watching.
I've trained myself to do that now. Literally, it's taken fucking, But Joe was a maniac because I remember I was at the stand and the girl's literally just sucking on a straw, like a little bit of soda out of the glass, and Joe hears it and goes, remember? She started crying and you were laughing.
Thank you.
All right, let's wrap it up because I got to put a couple more of these in the can.
Yeah, you got to do it a lot.
But so again, what is it? February what, Joe?
February 13th, day before Valentine's Day, the Ritz Theater in Haddon Township, New Jersey. All they have to do is go to joematarese.com, and then you can buy the tickets. The link's on there.
Yeah.
Please come. I'm trying to fill this fucker.
Yeah. And Joe's funny. I'll vouch for him, and he's a good comic and a fucking great guy, too.
And if you know an opener in the South Jersey, Philly area that can do 20 minutes, is good. Not some idiot who's going to send me a video of a fucking table. Send it to matarese67@gmail.com.
There you go. Come see me at the Sports Haven, New Haven, Connecticut. You know what? That's stupid for me to say that because when you guys hear the show, I will have already done the gig. So come see me. Come see me at my house. My wife will be outside crying in the driveway. I'll be laying on the couch in some dirty underwear. Come see me. Come see me at the Music Hall in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That's with a few other Boston comics. Mike McDonald. It's the Comedy Extravaganza. And the Brokerage on February 26 and 27. Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, March 11 and 12. And that's enough for now. Right, kids? Good talking to you. And I'll talk to you later on this week, hopefully, if I, behave like I'm supposed to. That's about it. Take care of yourselves.